Hey, and through interview series. I am Meg Church, and I'm a relationship repair coach who loves to really reclaim who you are as a person and really fill up your self-worth again and repair your romantic relationship. So I have fun people on, and I'm going to introduce our next guest in just a second, who are really helping me debunk the myth of overnight success, because we live in a microwave society. And really, we like slow cooking success that really does enrich all the flavor into things. So my friend Jason Miller is coming on today. I want to welcome Jason and tell them exactly who you are, what you do, and then we'll dive into some of your battles.
Just to be quick, again, thanks for having me. But just to be quick, I'm really into personal, player, and professional development.
Ooh, I like it. And you have a specialty a little bit in relationships too, correct?
Correct.
All right. Correct. So, and we have some mutual friends too, which is really fun. We met through the gym, and we had people that kind of connected us that way, which is the gym's always that kind of place. But start going into some of your personal battles that you faced. And this is my favorite part. I actually have a dog on my lap who's starting to bark a little bit, but go for it.
So when you say battles, I thought about that at first, but I sat on it and I was like, well, let me, whatever comes to me, I'll just tackle it from there.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say my largest battle would be against my largest reality. And any person who's alive right now, their largest reality is mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you take away mind and ask somebody to go do something, what could they do? Nothing.
Yep.
So if you can do nothing without your mind, mind is everything. So I know you probably love your mother, right?
Yep.
We all love our mother. But sometimes I like to play around at workshops and I like to say, I have a mother more important than your mother. And everybody's like, I don't know about that. I'm like, how many of y'all love your mother? I'm like, everybody raises their hand. And I'm like, I have a mother more important than your mother. I promise you. You're going to even say it. So some of these people's mothers are deceased or not doing well, or they just really close to their mothers. And they're like, I'll never do that. So even when I'm feeling frisky, I might even say, I'll bet you all $1,000, which I do with athletes. And they all take it. So I say, okay, M stands for mind. O stands for over. M stands for matter. So that's mom. So this mom is so much more important than your own mom, because you couldn't even spell your mom's name, let alone take care of your mom without your mom.
Yep.
Mind over your matter that's making you do that. So my professional and player and professional development 100% focus is the mind. So as far as my battles, my largest battles was not knowing who I was.
Yes.
Which is my macro purpose, and what my next assignment was, which is my micro purposes that helps you understand who you are. Kind of like putting together a puzzle without having the privilege of seeing what it looks like in its entirety. That's our lives. We know what we want the box to look like, but we're putting together the puzzle.
I like it. Okay, so you've given us like the professional vibe. I want to get into like the dirty battles that you've been through. Like what are some of the top things that you really struggle with that maybe people know, maybe people don't know, that really helped push you and propel you forward with this whole mom, mind over matter purpose and passion?
Okay, so I don't really know 100% of your crowd as far as like I haven't met them, but I'm super proud of you for building it. Kudos to you. But I would say the nastiest battles would okay, I'll take this. This is a leadership battle. This is a leadership battle that only leaders will understand. Many leaders are looking for mentors, coaches, consultants, people to help them out.
Yep.
But a lot of times those leaders turn into the leaders of the leaders that they thought they needed. Now, imagine experiencing that in your mid-teens. Okay. Oh my God, I met so-and-so. Instead of you acting like, oh my God, I met so-and-so, you need to be coaching so-and-so. So-and-so is richer than you, more powerful than you, been alive longer than you, so-called more successful than you.
Right.
But you have, because you're talking about nasty stuff, right? So you're literally saying, oh my God, I'm your coach or I'm your consultant. Everybody's asking for your autograph, but every time we talk, I end up helping you. I'm your consultant, but no, I don't have as much money as you. I don't have it. When I started doing that, I felt like throwing up because remember, everybody asked for your autograph. Everybody asked for your help. Everybody's asking for their autograph. Everybody's asking, right? Fully asking. Guess what I asked them? Once I figured out this nasty stuff that you're asking. I started telling them how I could help them. And they said, yes, come on. And I'm like, no, I didn't ask for your autograph. I asked to solicit my services. And once they started saying yes long enough, I started believing it. But again, that's a part of your puzzle piece. Because if I was born knowing that that was a part of my journey, I would have went into it confident. So we all do things according to talent. But do we go into it with high confidence or do we just go into it with talent?
Yeah, so essentially you were helping them get out of their own way because everyone needs someone to help them see clarity and to bridge and patch up weak spots and see areas where they don't necessarily see or areas of expertise that's not their level.
Correct.
And sometimes that's the biggest thing is when someone else can see something that you don't see and point you out of it or point you to the help or whatever. So essentially that's what you had to kind of develop and figure out because you were thrown into it because you were already helping people. So why not get paid for it? Oh, and FYI, I have construction going on in the background. So that's what that noise is.
Yeah. Let me just let it flow. Just let it flow.
We don't do anything. That could be self-sabotage right there.
There you go. Practice what we preach.
Yeah. So how did you start getting out of that mentality? So it's something that I like to call, so we talked a little bit about your battles. How did you break up with the inner bully? Because if you're talking about your mindset and mind over matter, as you go into new levels, they always say new devils. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You're going to face the imposter syndrome. You're going to face the lack of self-worth or lack of self-esteem or the overconfidence and then the lack of preparedness. So how did you start breaking up with that inner bully that was trying to keep you small, that was trying to keep you in your comfort level and not let you go out and do what you said you're doing?
What would you call your earrings?
Pearls.
Okay. Can I make you feel like you don't have on pearl earrings?
Yeah.
No. You have them on right now.
I can. You could tell me, but I can.
But you have them on right now. Can I convince you that you don't have on pearl earrings?
Not if my mindset is in place, yeah.
And your eyes are literally saying it. And if a whole bunch of people was around you, they would be like, no, Jason, we're looking at her pearl earrings right now. Right. She has on pearl earrings.
Right.
If you didn't know what pearl earrings was, I could convince you that you don't have on pearl earrings. Even though everybody's telling you, no, Megan, you have on pearl earrings.
Right. Yep.
That's scary.
It is scary.
That means we have all type of assets that people keep telling us about because they do tell us. Yep. We're just not listening and we're very combative. And we like to dodge realities. So we fight what people are telling us that we have that we cannot see, that we have on, that we use time to time. But once we're convinced and we accept So again, convincing and accepting that this is what I have, this is what I am, this is where I'm going, blah, 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 blah. Everything shoots up because dealing with a person who accepts and acknowledges and just really is convinced who they are is super fun. Those are called superstars, celebrities, iconic people, leaders, because they're immersed into them. Now, the ones that make it are the ones that are immersed into themselves, but they have the wherewithal to understand, like, I need a team. I need to be able to merge with people. I need to be able to do this versus this. Because in this society, it's me, 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 me. Until I need medical attention, I get old, or I'm going through a test. Then everybody, or if I need to borrow money, then everybody understands group activities.
So how did you break up with it yourself personally?
It started happening so much, I was convinced, like, okay, I think I'm supposed to be doing this. This is what I'm going to do. Now, again, I went through a test because, again, you go through this early or you go through this when you're fed up. I was fed up, and it happened to be at a time where life was giving me hell. Like, I'm talking about hell was just everywhere.
Like what? Dive deeper. I like this stuff. I want to hear it. Whatever you want to share.
Not getting what I want. Not getting what I want. Think about it. We're all Americans, right? We're all from America.
Yep.
If Americans don't get what they want, they practice patience. They're happy. And they don't have any problems with not getting what they want or not getting what you want.
Right.
Through all races and cultures is the worst thing that you can experience. So I wasn't getting what I wanted. I wasn't getting what I was working for. Because I needed the hell. I needed the hell. Let me tell you why I needed the hell. I needed the hell because the hell made me do things that scared the hell out of me.
Yes.
A lot of us are so scared to do the things that scare the hell out of us because we're scared. But when life gives you hell, just like alcohol poisoning, you kind of throw up to get it out of you, to get the alcohol out of you. So when life gives you hell, you can go off and go crazy. Guess what I did? I'll give you 3 scenarios. I promise you, I have a PR agent, a major PR agent that can confirm all this. Major PR agent. I'm at the lowest point of my life. One of the lowest points of my life. This is the time where guys like me should be making really bad decisions.
Okay.
I drove down to Tennessee and started pitching the Tennessee Titans my player development program.
Okay.
This is jewelry from last year too. It says, 2 years ago now. It says 2019 on this.
Okay.
Not as a player development consultant. Then after pitching the Tennessee Titans, I interrupted the Tennessee State football team's practice.
Okay.
I had no appointment. I had a suit on and I walked in like I was supposed to be there. They all looked at me like I was crazy, and the coach met with me.
Okay.
That scared the hell out of me. Like it was giving me hell. So I started doing crazy things. And again, you can do it from a bad standpoint. A lot of us, that's what jail is for. A lot of people go through hell and they give hell.
Right.
I did things that scared the hell out of me. So after pitching Tennessee State, I wasn't done. I had some more hell in me. I went over to Vanderbilt and started pitching my program.
Okay.
So I'm going through all these different cultures and all these different age ranges. And after Vanderbilt, I felt better. And I went on with my life. And I promise hell, if you do that again, I'm going to do more things that scare the hell out of me. And looking back on it, I would have never did that without hell. Right. So I actually liked the hell because I leveraged the hell that I was going through.
Yeah, you didn't sink into it. You actually let it funnel you and focus you and push you, whereas a lot of people don't. They let it keep them in their comfort zone.
Correct.
So it built something within you, which now you have like that resiliency muscle where now when you do things that scare the hell out of you, it doesn't scare you with quite the propensity to what it did before.
I would say now, again, I'm being funny right now. I would say hell now is the Kansas City Chiefs, and I am Tampa Bay. This might not be funny in the future, but that's funny now. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think that was gonna happen. But at the end of the day, I have a game plan against hell. And if the game plan against the new hells that I go through don't work, I'm gonna do things that scare the hell out of me when it knocks on my door. So now I'm kind of like taking the control that hell takes from people.
Right.
And again, I'm creating the game plan based upon my last experiences with it. Because looking back on it now, it worked. And the way I do my social media is I post things that I think my great grandchildren will love versus look at what I ate today.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So who are you becoming now that you've built that resiliency muscle of now that you're pushing yourself on a whole other level and you're not allowing that fear to essentially like hold you back? Who is Jason becoming, or who have you become?
I'm immersing myself in a personal, player, and professional development. I'm immersing myself into it. So from personal development standpoint, I have a mind science curriculum that I teach in universities. I college lecture. So I would say definitely more and higher university contracts.
Okay.
My personal development, I deal with a lot of celebrities, community leaders, people that pour into people.
Yeah.
But nobody pours into them.
Yeah.
Even they're richer, more powerful, older, just all of these so-called perfect things that mean I don't need any help. I do personal development for those. And then corporate America, I'm really into Fortune 500 companies, professional development, because managers and employees, they constantly need to feel better because those environments are bananas.
People don't think about that. They keep thinking, oh, these people are superheroes. Well, they need help too, because sometimes people are taking so much from them that they have nothing left.
Correct.
And then it's almost like a shame game for when, I think when someone first asks for help or says, hey, I need a coach, or hey, can you help me through this? It's almost like a shame, like they should have it figured out, when in all reality, no, it's the smartest thing you can do is to hire someone that knows something that you need help in.
Correct.
Especially that's further along in that particular area.
Correct.
Okay, so what do you want to give or offer, or last bits of advice to the audience? We kind of talked about this before. Do whatever you want.
Okay, give me the biggest problem or so-called problem that your audience faces, that you hear the most. The biggest issue.
For mine, it's usually just people being in their own way, and usually it's self-worth related and body related, which you already knew that was going to probably be a piece.
Self-worth. Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll end with self-worth and then we'll do a little giveaway. Okay. Yeah. A lot of people who deal with self-worth issues are not psychic, right?
Right.
They're like reverse psychics. They're only right. Their foresight only works with what they think is right.
Right.
But if they match it with what other people thinks, it doesn't really mesh well. So a lot of people with self-worth issues are usually wrong. Or does a lion have self-worth? He should, or she should. But would a lion in the ocean have self-worth?
Right. No.
A lot of people with self-worth issues are in the wrong environments. They're lions or whales, like the whale. Whales and sharks should have self-worth,
right?
But not in the jungle.
Yeah.
So a lot of us with self-worth issues are awesome people hanging out in the wrong areas. So hopefully they can take away something with that. Yeah. And then the whole body thing is just personal training. That's all it is. Yeah. You have to put in the work. It's not going to happen. Gravity and
we see each other because we're at the gym, even though I've been working at a different gym. But yeah, so I know he does it too.
So okay, so I'll leave with this. So body, I'll leave with body, and then I'll leave with the
Or you could do relationships because those are connected. Those are interconnected. So I know relationship realm is your level too. So whatever you want to do.
We'll do relationships and body.
Okay.
Okay. So the fountain of youth. Okay, so again, if we take away your mind, you can't do anything, right? So you already accepted that, right?
Yep.
Okay, so mind over matter, mind first, matter second.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever met somebody who updates their mind and then they start looking younger?
Yes.
Have you ever met somebody who was old school and they refused to budge and they started looking like the old school?
Every day.
So this might not be a school, but this could be a temple. And again, our temples are connected to our minds. So at the end of the day, if you update and work out, that could be the fountain of youth, because mind over matter, it could actually make you look younger. Same thing with age.
Mm-hmm.
We never really pass 9.
Mm-hmm.
0, you're young. 9, you're an old young. 10, you're a young, almost teenager. 19, you're an old teenager. 21, you're a young 20-year-old. 29, who are you looking at? I'm an old 20-year-old. 31,
right.
You're a young 30-year-old. 39, can't nobody tell me nothing in the 30s and 20s because I'm an old 30-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
We're constantly getting older and younger with every decade that we're going into. So again, if you update your mind, once you become a 11-year-old, 21-year-old, 31-year-old, 41-year-old, 51-year-old, 61-year-old, you're going to be young again.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're 9 and 19 and 29 and 39 and you start feeling old, just understand you got a few more birthdays and psychologically you'll feel young again.
Love it.
If you work out and update with the times. And then lastly, if you want the best sea moss on the planet, I have it. We actually have it at Georgetown Market as well. It's the owner of the company is super awesome. Major respect for him.
Yeah.
Huh?
Which I know him too, which was funny that we connected because of that too.
And I'm not going to give it away to your audience. I just had a download. I'm going to give it to you, Megan.
Okay.
And you and your fiance or husband, did y'all get married yet? Or
18 days. Well, we leave in 18 days.
I just say husband. So your husband, that'll be y'all early wedding gift. And then y'all let me know what it does. But again, it was on Channel 13, top selling product in Georgetown Market. And that's what I'll do. I'll give it away to you and you let me know what you think.
Oh, thank you. And yeah, guys, if you guys want more information from Jason, follow him on social media. Facebook, I know you're Jason Miller. Do you have an Instagram?
Instagram is author and then the letter J and then Miller.
Okay. Is there anywhere else that you want them to follow you or ask questions or connect with you?
If you want to hear a lot of really good personal development, spiritual development, metaphysical development, so-called deep information, I would say my Instagram and I would say my Facebook. But LinkedIn, I just use that 100% for business.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you taking the time out, and I'm glad we got to do this finally. Definitely.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you learned something and you were connected to someone else that I think is awesome. So again, thank you so much and tune in next time. Bye.